A queer art exhibition in Germany shines a spotlight on marginalized modernist artists. Queer art has often been neglected and marginalized in the past, but a new exhibition in Germany called Queer Modernism 1900 to 1950 is trying to overcome old prejudices and show the significant contribution of queer artists to modernism. This is the first major exhibition on this topic in Europe, if not worldwide, says Susanne Goschheimer, the director of the Kunstsammlung Nordrhein-Westfalen. While she has a point, I do want to point out that there was recently a wonderful exhibition at Chicago Gallery, Wrightwood 659, called The First Homosexuals, The Birth of a New Identity, 1869 to 1939. The exhibition reclaims a vital history too often erased, the role of queer artists in shaping modernism's boldest experiment. With more than 130 works by 34 artists, the show reveals how early modernists encoded desire, gender play, and resistance in their work, even while navigating censorship and fascist persecution. Sounds familiar? The result is a fuller, richer picture of modernism, one where queerness is not marginal but central. And as I mentioned about Wrightwood 659, that same history reverberates in the Midwest, where artists lived and created in parallel ways. Grant Wood, best known for American Gothic, quietly encoded queer themes in paintings that outwardly seem to celebrate small-town life. I think this is a good example right here. Carl von Vechten, born in Cedar Rapids, used photography to create intimate, often homoerotic portraits of artists and performers, building queer networks that paralleled those in Berlin or Paris. And from Ohio, Berenice Abbott carried her lesbian identity into a groundbreaking career in photography, linking the Midwest to the European avant-garde. These figures remind us that queer modernism was not just a European phenomenon. It shaped American art history from the nation's interior as well. They also illuminate how queerness can to remain coded in the Midwest, where social conservatism meant artists had to walk a fine line between expression and erasure. Today, Midwest artists such as Nick Cave with his flamboyant sound suits continue that lineage by making queerness both visible and celebratory. In doing so, they extend the story of queer modernism into the present, ensuring that the innovations of past generations, once pushed to the margins, are recognized as essential to the history of art. You can read the full story at MidwestAgenda.com. I created this title myself. However, when you do click the link, you can read the full story about the Düsseldorf exhibition. But because I'm Midwest Agenda, I wanted to insert my own take on how such an exhibition carries over to the Midwest and affects arts and artists in this region. And if you have art news, an event, or project listing that you'd like to share, submit a listing right at the top of the page. Go ahead and send us yours. Listing's free because art in the Midwest matters, and so do you. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.